In this video, we're going to talk about love, okay? And what I recommend. I recommend that you don't get in a relationship for the first year. I know it sounds crazy, but it's so important that we fall in love with ourselves, okay? And if you think this is a deal breaker, you're already in a relationship, okay. I'm not saying that you have to do this. It's like they talk about in recovery. It's like you don't have to do it. It's just recommended. And the whole thing is like, I recommend meetings, okay? I recommend helping anybody out with recovery if you want help. This kit right here is just for people who have maybe tried other things and it didn't work, because I have other stuff in here other than the videos. And so going back to the relationships thing with love is like, you need to fall in love with yourself, man. Like, if you're not in love with yourself, how can you love somebody else? And I know you've probably heard that before. So it's really important that you write down a list of what you want in your future partner. And then ask yourself this: would this person even want me? Do I have the character traits to be able to get this person? For example, if you're freaking got anger problems and you can't control your emotions, do you think a peaceful, awesome, successful, independent girl is gonna want to be with you, woman? No. So you've got to change who you are to be able to attract that. And that's why I'm telling you that it's important to try to stay single the first year. You got to develop yourself, get yourself a life. A lot of times when you're coming back from getting clean and sober, you don't have everything that you need. And if you do, you aren't the person that you need to be to attract the right woman. So let's try to attract the right woman by becoming the best version of ourselves, okay? By getting in shape, by being healthy, by being honest, by getting the past pain outside of here. Because that's a big thing, is that we got a lot of pain stuck inside of us, okay? And so we got to go and heal and get this stuff out of us, okay? So love. Find out who you really are and fall in love with yourself. One of the big things about, me, like when I did time, it was like I was able to figure out who I was. I was able to sit in a room by myself. And that is key to knowing who you are. And then once you become who you are, you'll attract the right people eventually anyways. You don't have to go chase it. You don't have to go quit signing up for these Tinder apps and all these dating apps and stuff like that, especially right off the rip. I mean, if you want to later on, that's fine. But it's like, I'm not on any of that, because I know one day that the right woman I'm going to attract. And the relationships I was in before, it's like, I don't want to go back to, because I've elevated and grown so much that we're not on the same mindset no more. So yeah, that's what I got for that. And try to stay out of a relationship the first year.